Hi guys, Angie Bells, my fairy treasures. Okay guys, what we're going to do is we're going to paint and color her. I do a mixture of painting and coloring because I use watercolor and I also use pencils and it's mixed media. I use a lot of different medias to color her up or paint her up. So we're going to do that because the last time I did this girl, I had done the face and the body, and I showed the hair, but people are like, I really wish you would have shown how you did the face and the eyes and the skin and all of that. And I want to do her again because I like to make copies of my drawings and then put them away. So if I want to repaint her in a different way, a different skin tone, different colors, I can put her in another painting or a background. So we created this background. Let me show you this mixed media background. You guys know what I like to create: grungy looks that look like old walls or old doors. Isn't this fabulous? Excuse me. So I will link the video of how we created this background, this grungy background. It looks like an old wall. It's had layers of paint and grunge and a lot of graffiti on it, painted over, rubbed off, sanded off. Okay, so that's, you guys understand. So this is the background, and I want to put her in this on this substrate here, and this is just watercolor paper that I did this on. Okay, so she'll be the focal point for this. Okay, so I'm going to take this away, and I will, like I said, I will link the video below of how we created that. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go in really well. No, we'll stay out. I was gonna say I'm gonna go in really close, but I'm not gonna go in really close. I will go in really close when we do the eyes and the face and all that, but right now we're gonna do the face and we're gonna do the skin. I just want to get okay. And you guys, I have a new setup. I have a this arm that goes over, and I'm so excited about it so that I don't have to flip my videos. Now I'm able to film right on top of my work, and it doesn't look all weird. Because people would always, not a lot of people, but some people would comment that my videos look strange. And they did, because I had to flip them. So when you flip a video, it just looks weird. And I was at an angle, and anyway, those days are over. Because this looks awesome. I'm excited. Okay, I'm just making sure my camera's still going. Okay, so I like to start out with, let me put my readers on. I like to start out with this color, this ink. It's Incredible Ink by Jane Davenport. It's called Tinsel. She does still have this. I used to buy it at Michael's, but it's not there anymore. Anyway, you have to get it from her website. Jane Davenport. It's called Tinsel, but her new one is really orangey. Like, it's not the same color. So you're going to have to change it and add a little brown to it because it's too orangey in my opinion. But this is one of the older bottles of it. And then I decided to add a little bit of Incredible Ink hot chocolate, and this stuff smells like hot chocolate too. It's kind of cool. Just a little bit in here. Put a little bit in a little container like this. Okay. Add a little water. I don't know why, but you need a little add of water to dilute it just a tiny bit. Then I added a little bit of Incredible Ink, the hot chocolate one, just like a dropper or two, just to brown it up a little bit, and then kind of test it on a piece of paper and see if that's the skin tone that you want. So you're trying to create a skin tone. So I wanted a little bit darker skin tone, and that's why I added a little bit of hot chocolate to the tinsel. So that's what I did here. So that's what's in this thing. Okay. All right, and let's do the skin. Yeah, I'm loving this. I wanted the skin to be darker. I wanted to do a girl of color. Most of my girls are a girl of color, but it wasn't as deep as I wanted it. So I thought, you know what? I need to add a little brown to it. And don't get too caught up in finding the perfect, shade. Just something around what you want. And because we're going to do a bunch of shading too. So And I got a little on her lips. I'm not going to worry about it. The lip color we're going to be putting on there is really dark, nice and deep, so. So we'll be cutting her out and collaging her into the background that we created that I just showed you. And that's the neat thing about mixed media. You can do that. You don't have to paint your girl on the page that you did the background. You could do your background separate and collage it into the background. And I like doing it like this because then I'm starting so fresh. Like I don't have to like white anything out or try to go over a bunch of stuff that I've already collaged, because I have a million layers. I have a million layers on that background, right? I'll make sure I do her ears too. Okay, so now this is the base, and this gets our base of our base color of our girl real quick and easy. I love it. And it's so pretty. And it's not, it's like, it looks like skin. That's what I like about it too. It really looks like skin. Okay, you know what we're going to do next? I like to put some color in the eyes right away. Let me just, I like to put some color in the eyes right away. It just, I don't know. It just helps me paint the rest of the girl. Just a second, I gotta grab some paper towels here. And it gives you something to look at and make while I'm painting it. And she just looks better because she has some color in her eyes. So we're going to do one eye. Sometimes I do this. I do a green eye and I do a purple eye. Today I'm going to do a hazel eye, like a hazel brown eye, and a turquoise eye. And the reason I want to do the turquoise eye is because I'm going to do turquoise hair. Because in our background, look what we have. We have turquoise, right? So it's all going to come together. Okay. Let me make sure I'm still in frame. Yes, we are. Okay, so let me add a little color in the eye. All right, we put that over there and bring this closer. And let me bring this to the other side. Oh, and what I'm using Jane Davenport's, for the eye color, I'm using Jane Davenport's teal palette. And then I'll be using also this palette here, turquoise. So this is kind of like a Robin Zig blue, light teal, and this is a turquoise palette. So we'll be using both those palettes. So this one I'm using right now for the teal eye. And I'm using the turquoise color in here. Okay, so with this eye turquoise. So I'm just putting the turquoise color in it. And we will shade her eye or give her eye life with pencil. Okay? So it's going to look a lot. It's going to really, it'll really add life to the eye. We'll shade the whole thing with pencil, but we're just going to fill it in with a little bit of watercolor. So that's the teal eye. And then I want to do a like a hazel eye. So I'm going to use this palette here. And I'm going to use, what color am I going to use? I'm going to use this color here, this Flirtatious, which is right there. I barely use this palette. I really need to start using it. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I don't use this palette. It has a lot of bright colors that I don't use a lot, but there's a lot of colors in here I would use. So I just need to, you know, you get in these habits of these colors that you like to use, and I need to get out of that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to use that color. Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm going to use this color here, Alchemy. This butterscotch color. That's the one I'm going to use. So anyway, I need to start using this palette. You guys can see it's brand new. I barely used it at all. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to put this butterscotchy color in here. And I like this better than like a yellow. It's butterscotch, which means it's like a yellow color but with a lot of brown. So it's not yellow, it's butterscotch, which will be perfect for a hazel eye, right? Right. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. And that's all we're doing with those for now. All right, so then we're going to start shading the skin. And I like to shade the skin with these, with Jane Davenport's palettes. These are pastels, and they're fabulous. So I'm going to use this palette right here. It's called Birthday Suit. If you want these, this one's called Lit Up. This one is a pastel palette, mineralized. Has a lot of glitter in it. It's really cool. If you want these palettes, again, she used to sell them at Michael's and also at Hobby Lobby. But she's only selling her stuff now from her own website. So you can get it through her own website. So if you go to a few craft stores online, some of them have some of her stuff left still. So, or maybe some of the craft stores online order from her still. Because I still see some people carrying them like, gosh, I can't think of, I don't shop enough from the craft stores online. So I'm trying to think of the name of one of them that I saw. And I can't even think of the name of it. You can also check on eBay also, because they might have some stuff on eBay. So, okay. I'm looking for, I'll tell you what, you guys, I call myself organizing. I organize myself into a mess all the time. Okay. Where did I put the eyeshadow brushes for this? I had them in a little container. What the heck? I just really reorganized my desk here. So let me look. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to pause you guys because I think it's going to take a second for me to find them. Yeah, let me pause you guys and I'll be right back. All right, you guys. I'm back. Sorry about my chair. All right, I'm back. So, here we go. So, I'm just trying to decide how I want to do this. I want my girl to be a little bit deeper, so I'm going to go with, let me see if you guys are seeing my colors here on this side or not. Yeah, you guys are seeing these. Okay, a lot of times I use this color, but I want to be a lot deeper, so I'm going to go in with this darker brown here to do my shading. And you know what's nice is that you don't have to commit with these. If you use something and you don't like it, it doesn't turn out, you can erase these. Isn't that fabulous? So you don't have to be like stressed, like, oh my God, is that going to be the wrong color? You get to try it out. And if you don't like it, you can, if you don't like it, you can just erase it with the eraser. So that is something I really, really like about the pastels. Now, if you can't find the Jane Davenport pastels, or you just think maybe it might be a little too much to spend the kind of money, because she lives in, where does she live? She lives in another country. So you have to pay the shipping. And if you, it's just too much for you when you go there, and it's too much for us, the price for the shipping and all that. There's things called pan pastels. And you get, what's nice about the pan pastels, they're like this big, okay? Each color. They're like $7, but you could just get like colors or skin tone colors, like the colors I'm using right now, and pick those up from there. And they're really like nice and creamy and smooth and easy to work with, and they blend out just like how I'm doing these. So it's something I actually want to invest in, the pan pastels. So You can also get those, and you get those at Blick's Art Supplies. They have them online, and you may have them in your town. So, wherever you live. It's a pretty big chain of art supply stores, so. I'm also going to go under the eyes a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to blend it out. So I put it in there like that, and then I'm going to blend it out. Isn't that nice how it just blends out to nothing? This is why I love these pastels. And the I've never used the pan pastels, but I've seen them used, and they are just like this. In fact, they seem like they're just like this, like they're just like real nice and buttery, and they just blend out really, really nicely. Let me see if I can. I need to turn my page, so let me make sure I'm still in frame when I turn this. Okay. Sorry. But you know, you have to be at the right angle. And I don't know if my head's in the way or not. Hopefully not. Believe me, guys, as YouTubers, we're always trying to do our best. You know, we are making the content. We're filming the content. Some of us, like me, are semi-editing the content. I don't do a lot of editing. Like I said, semi-editing. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So just make sure you give your YouTubers that you watch a little bit of a break there. It's a lot going on. Okay, so I got a little bit too dark. And remember I told you you can erase. So that's really, really nice. So I'm going to get my eraser out, my pencil. An eraser should be right here. Here we go. Let me show you guys something. I'll share something. I like to share as much as I can with you guys all the time. It's a little tips. But see how, like right here, I want it to be thinner as we get down here. So I'm just going to erase. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now the next place I want to shade at. Oh, this I want to share with you guys really quick. This is what I have. You can buy these. I like to buy the pink ones and the like turquoisey ones. These boxes are perfect. Well, we're kind of too close, but this is what the box looks like, okay? And that's the label on top. And that's how narrow it is. But it's just perfect to put beside you and put all that stuff that you use all the time. And I keep all the stuff that I use all the time right there. That's how I was able just to hurry up and grab this pencil with that eraser. So all like the pencils I always like to use, the markers that I like to use, whatever I use all the time, I put in there. My sharpener, whatever erasers I like, my colored pencils that I like to use the most, I put in there. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. It's nice to have something right beside you with all your favorites in it. Especially if you're making videos, because then you don't have to go looking for stuff. You don't have to gather it all the time. I also have my art supplies that I use all the time right in front of me. In fact, you know what? With the pictures, like, you know how I always have pictures, sometimes I'll do close-up pictures of my work so you can really look at it. I'll do a picture of my desk. I'll do a couple of pictures at the end of my desk on this video, because that'll it'll show you how I organize some of my art supplies. It's really the ones that I use all the time. Okay, so I'm bringing this dark brown out heavily right in here because I really want to create a dark skin. So let's do it on the other side and we'll blend it all out. Let's bring you guys up a little bit more. Oh, I'm loving this arm. This is so cool. It's the first time I've worked with it. All right, so. So I'm just putting in the color right now. That neck area is pretty, narrow, so I'm not putting it very wide there, but I'm going to here. But first I want to get it just down. And I'm using an eyeshadow brush. I should have mentioned that. You're like, what is she using? Yes, I am using an eyeshadow brush. It's like awesome. An awesome tool for these pastels. Now you can do the same thing with pencil that I'm doing with this. Lay your color in and then to blend them out, use a blender pencil. But I love the way these pastels look though. Absolutely love how these pastels look and how they blend out. It's much faster. I'm going to start blending everything out. It's much faster than a pencil. And in my opinion, it's prettier. But I do use pencils. I will use pencils on this whole skin thing here too. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't contour her nose. I'll be going back onto her and contouring her nose. And I didn't put any contour in her ears either. So we'll go back up to the face here in a minute. Okay, so see how we're blending this out? It just blends so beautifully. It blends right out to nothing. So start here by the black line and blend it out. Okay, so start here at the line and blend it out. Hopefully you guys, I'm at the right angle so you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you are. Oh. Oh, I've been wanting to get to do this girl for a while. I've been thinking about it since last week. But I had some other projects I was finishing up. Christmas is here. So I had stuff for Christmas I had to get finished up. So anyway, so I'm done with all my Christmas stuff. I'm done with everything I do for Christmas and gifts and all of that. So I can just relax and work on my artwork. Okay, so you see how that looks all the way down? Okay, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I'm going to bring this back here like this though. All right, let's just blend this a little bit into here still. Okay, you see how I like that? I do. I want to, just in the center here, have a little less color right in here, just a little lighter right in through here. Isn't that cool how you can just erase that? So if you get a little bit too overzealous with your shading, you can do that. So okay, that looks good. Okay, let's go back up to the face. And I'm going to come in a little bit. Let's see how close we got there. Okay, so we're going to work on the face up now a lot. Hopefully I'm still going. Yes, I am. Okay. So I want to contour the nose. So let's do that. So I start out kind of light with that contouring of the nose, because just to make sure I have it the way I want it. Nice. I like it like that. Perfect. And go right into the eyes right there. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to do is, just a second, I gotta grab a pencil. All right. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to take this brown. I'm going to take this brown sienna pencil, and I'm going to make like a little tight button nose right here. Right here. And we're going to, there we go. And the other thing about this with the pencil also is you can erase a pencil too. And it's a Prismacolor pencil, sienna brown. So I just want to give her like a little button nose. But you know what I want to do? I think I made her button nose too big. So let's just make it a little smaller. So I'm glad I'm showing you me erasing things, because then you can see. Like, oh, okay. So it makes you, I gotta also do some shading back again. It just makes you less scared to make a mistake, because everything, a lot of things, the products I'm using can be erased. So it's kind of cool. Okay, perfect. All right, so now I want to make that little button nose again, but I want to make it a little smaller. Is that what I want? Huh, I keep, for some reason today, not doing it the way I like it. Well, we'll keep going until I get it right. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. And let's just make sure the shading is connected to this and connected like that. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So that just adds like that little button nose. Let's add a little bit of dark brown on the ear. Let's give a little bit of shading. Okay, and we'll do a little shading right there. Perfect. And then we'll just leave a little bit right here in the center. Just erase just a little bit, just so we have a little bit of highlighting in the center. Very nice. All right, let me see what you guys are looking at. Oh, I love it. I love her skin. This is gorgeous. This is the first time I've added a little bit of the brown to this color here to deepen the skin tone. I love it. And I have used this color before to shade with, but I haven't done it for a while, and I'm glad I'm using that because I really wanted to create a nice chocolate girl. Okay. So we got all the shading done with her face, and it looks great. I love how everything's looking. So the next thing I want to do is I want to do her eyes, okay? Make sure you guys are seeing everything. Perfect. Okay, so let's first do the teal eye. So I have Prismacolor Parrot Green, which is kind of like a teal color, to do some shading, and some grass green. So we're going to put this in. And we're not going to get to the hair today. We'll do the hair on another video. Okay, so you're just going to do about that much. And I kind of probably went in a little too much. So like always, let me just bring it back a little bit. You want to leave right in the center there. You want to leave the watercolor, the original watercolor, because that's going to be the light part of the eye. Okay. Then I'm going to take my blender pencil. You can get these at Blick's Art Studio, or you can get them, they can sell them at Michael's in the fine art section. Which one is this one? Is this a Blick's or this from, this is Blick's, Blick Studio, Blick Art Supplies. You might be able to get them at Hobby Lobby too. They have a fine art section too. I've just never seen them at Hobby Lobby when I've gone there. Okay, now I'm going to take this grass green, and just in the crux of the eye, I'm just going to deepen the crux of it just a little bit. Okay. Very pretty. Doesn't that really just add some steps to the eye? I'm really going to pop the eye when we start. There's a lot more things we're going to do to the eyes. Okay, so now let's do the hazel eye. Remember, she's going to have one teal color eye and one hazel eye. So I'm going to take Prismacolor Premier Sienna Brown. Okay, just put that in there like that. And then we're going to take our blender pencil. I'm going to wipe the blender pencil off because I still have some green on there. Okay. And we're going to blend that out into that, like, that mustardy yellow color. To me, that's what's going to give it the hazel look. I love it. And, you know, we could just go ahead and just take a little bit of brown right out of the center, so you have a little bit of lightness right there. And then right in the crux, I'm going to use a dark umber Prismacolor Premier pencil right in the crux, just to give a little bit more definition. Okay. Ooh, look how sharp, look how cool it looks. Okay, we're going to put some white catch lights in her eye, but not yet. We're going to, oh, I know what the other thing we need to do. We need to take that same contour color, the color that we used, the dark color, the dark brown. We're going to use that same color there and do some eyeshadow for her. I want her eyeshadow to be very, very natural. So we're just going to take that same brown color that we've been shading everything and just put it right here. Okay. Sometimes I like to do like a smoky eyeshadow on their eyes. Sometimes I do purples and pinks, but I want her to look really neutral. I want her makeup to look really natural. Okay, so there we go with that. I think that looks really good. Okay, let me see how I like that. Yeah, very pretty. Okay, and now we're going to outline her eyes. Let me get a mark, like a micron, some sort of micron, like pins like this. Not that. This is a 0., this is an 0.8. Yeah, the 0.8's perfect. Okay, so I'm using a micron 0.8. Any of these type of pins, ink pens will work. And I keep those in my little, I keep those over here in my little plastic box, because these are something I use all the time, right? Okay, so I want to go around and define everything, like her the shape all the way around her eyes. So let's go define that. In fact, I'm gonna go a little deeper and make give her a really heavy eyeliner. Okay, so there we go with that. Then I'm going to go around her eye, the entire eye, just to define the eye, just to give some definition. I'm not going to do it as intense as I did the eyeliner here, what we're calling eyeliner. Then I want to go around her eyeball, get that more defined. Okay, and then her around the eye, not the eyeball, around the eye. Now we want to do the eyeball and just deepen it, because we got some pencil in there. So we want that eyeball to be really nice and black. So when we put the catch lights on there, it'll be good. Okay, see how much better that looks? Look at that eye and look at that eye. Fabulous, huh? Okay, so also let's go through and go over the eyelashes, because we've done a lot of stuff over the eyelashes now, right? Okay. That looks beautiful. Now, I don't usually like to go back over the eyebrows, even though we've done some shade, like some of the shadings kind of over the eyebrows. I don't like them to look so pronounced. I like it that they look a little muted. That's just my thing. So you might want to go over your eyebrows and have them be more prominent, but I like the way they look. I don't like them being so out there. Okay, so again, let's go around the eye at the bottom, and we're going to really go over it a little bit to create a really nice heavy eyeliner. That's how I look at it. And then we're going to go and define the eye on the top. Okay. Then around the eye shape itself, let's go over that. And then the eyeball. Let's deepen the eyeball up. Okay. And then let's go through the eyelashes. Okay. Okay, so now all right, so now we got the eyelashes going well. Let me make sure I got everything looking good. I love it. Okay. So next, what I want to do is I want to do some catch lights. Well, we're going to do the catch lights in the eyes, the catch lights on the nose, all of that. But let's put some, just do some lips and some cheek color. Okay. I love to do, I have so many other things I need to use, but I need to experiment with them first, so I'm not going to. I have other things of hers that I would like to use for cheek and lips, but I need to experiment with those. Okay, these are the things, you know how you get kind of stuck on things? I'm stuck on this. This little palette right here. This is a palette of hers from Jane Davenport's, like, God, 5 years ago, 4 years ago. So I don't even know if you can get this palette or not, but it's a creamy, pastel, and I love it for lips and for cheeks. It's so nice. I'm just trying to look and see if there's anything else that I would like to use. See, this could be gorgeous. This would be gorgeous too for like a cheek color for what I'm doing. That would be really pretty. But I haven't done it yet, you guys, so I'd rather just wait. Let me experiment with that, and the next time I do a girl, I'll use something like that for lips. I've done this for cheeks too when I'm doing like color on the eyes. So let me do that and I'll experiment. But just to show you, you can always take a pastel color like that. That would be a really good cheek color, okay? Some of these might be really good cheek colors too. But I'm trying to make everything look really neutral and natural. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And when I'm making videos, I don't always like to take major chances just because you guys are here to learn something and be inspired. So I don't want to be like, you know, messing up. And then you're like, okay, well, I just learned what not to do, which is good sometimes, but anyway, I'm just going in a circle. Okay, so I'm going to use this color right here. It's a creamy pastel. It's like a creamy blush, like when you're doing your makeup, but then it dries like a powder. It's really cool. Okay, so let's put some cheek color on her. I really like this color. Goes over everything. It goes over the pastels, the powder pastels that we use. It goes over everything really nicely. I'm making a video. That was my honey, my husband. Sorry. Yeah, he's my honey. That's what I call him. But my husband. He wanted me to go do something. I'm like, okay, I'm making a video, so whatever it is, you're going to have to go do it yourself right now. Okay. Loving this cheek color. Isn't that pretty? It just goes so good with what we're doing. That's why I didn't want to take a chance with that other blush, which I know it would look good too, but anyway. So I'm going to take the same color and do the lips. You know what also you can do lips with is with watercolor. I've done a lot of, especially purple. So I'll do purple eyes with my watercolors and then, you know, shade it in with pencil, but then I'll do that same purple watercolor on the lips and then use like a purple pencil as like a lip liner. That's nice too. But I love this one. When I want a really natural look, I really like this color for the lips and for the blush. Look how pretty that looks. It looks so pretty. I love it. Okay. It's crazy because it's like you have those things where like you always depend on those things. So I kind of feel a little weak saying that because I shouldn't just depend on that, but I love it. Okay, it's your favorite things. I guess I should say that. Okay, so I want to do some lip liner on her lips to line her lips, and there's this brick. Here it is, Tuscan Red, and it's Prismacolor pencil. So I'm going to use this like a lip liner, right? It's shading the lips, but it's also using it like a lip liner. So a lot of times when you're doing the, when you're shading your girl, a lot of times you think of it as makeup. Like I just put a lipstick on, right? And now, usually you line the lips and then you put the lipstick on. But with this, I like to put the lipstick on first, or the lip color, and then line the lips. And this is like a perfect liner color for her lips. Beautiful. Love it. She looks luscious. Okay, so next we're going to do the catch lights. And we're actually almost done with our girl. I mean, we have a lot to still do. I mean, we need to do her hair, we need to do her bow, and we need to do her wings. Her hair and her wings will be the same color. So however I do the hair is how the wings will be done. So, here we go. And I'm going to be, putting together, I call them mixed media fun kits. I think I'm going to take the fun kit part off of it, just mixed media kits. And in that mixed media kit, she'll be in there. So that you can color her up yourself and put her in your own artwork. So, I'm glad I'm doing this video to show you. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, the highlighting. Okay, so I need some white acrylic paint. Let me grab that. I usually have it out, but I told you I called myself trying to, organize. And when I organize, that's when I lose stuff. Okay. Organize myself right into a mess. Just a second. I haven't used this for a long time, so I gotta shake it up. Okay. I'm just using a little wicker white. It's a folk art. You can use anything. You can use the 50-cent Apple Barrel ones. It doesn't matter. And then I need my liner brush. There we go. So I have a liner brush here. We're going to wet that. And we're going to put in our catch lights, okay? We're going to put in our catch lights on the eye. Second, let me get my brush loaded up good. Okay, just a second. It's a little bit thick. I don't usually use this. I usually use Apple Barrel when I do the catch lights. I just have it put away somewhere, which I shouldn't. It should be right out. Okay, here we go. So we're going to have to put a catch light in there, catch light there, and then there we go. It's actually a little more wet than I wanted. Okay, let's see if this works now. Better. Okay. So hopefully this isn't too wet. I never usually have this much problems with a catch light. It's so simple. But like I said, I don't normally use this. This paint. So just a second, let me experiment for a second. Okay. The catch light there is a little big, a little bigger than I normally do. So we'll see. I might just, what I'll do is I think I'll just wait for it to dry, and I'll just take my black and just go over it a little bit so it's not so thick. The other two I'm liking, they're fine. So excuse the silence for a second, you guys, while I experiment with this white here. Okay, so let's put a catch light on the nose. All right, So we'll do a catch light on the nose here. Okay. And then we'll do some catch lights on the lips here. Perfect. Yeah, that catch light on the on this eye here. Ooh, Lord. We can fix it, no major. We can fix it. So now I'm gonna do some, what do I want to do now? It's on the top. Let's do like some little glitter here in the eye, in the eyes, in the eyelashes. It's just little dots like this with my paintbrush dipped in the white. Okay. Pretty. Let me take off my glasses and look. Yeah, I'm loving everything. I'm loving everything except for that one little stupid catch light. Okay, so let's fix the catch light, and I'll fix it with you while you're here. And then when we come back for the next part, we'll do the hair. How long have we been at this now? Let's see. For an hour? Yeah, 55 minutes. All right, is this dry? Yeah, I think it's dry. Okay. Perfect. That looks good now. Oh, that looks crazy for a second. That catch light was so big. It's still a tiny bit bigger than I would like, but I'm okay with it. Well, you know what? I can fix it even a little bit more with this. There we go. With a little bit more of the brown there. There we go. Okay, now I'm happy with it. Now that looks good. So you just saw me fix a catch light that I made way too big. Okay, so I'm loving this. Let me just come out with the camera. Because we're really close in. Let me just come back out so you can see. So that is what we're working with. Okay, so that's how I created the skin, how I shaded her, how I did the eyes, the lips, the nose, the eyelashes, everything. And how I did the eyes, especially. That's a lot of people wanted to know how I do my eyes. So that's how I did it. The next time we come back, we will do the hair. I will have the bow already done. You guys, the bow is so easy. You just paint the bow black. Paint the bow black and then just do white polka dots. It's super simple. But we'll come back and we'll do the hair. The hair takes a while, but it's the same steps over and over and over and over. So we'll come back, we'll do the hair, and we'll do a part of the wing so you guys can see that, okay? And then I'll finish the rest of that up off the camera. I'll just work on it for like an hour, and whatever I don't get finished, then I'll just work on it myself off camera. And then we'll come back in the next part and we'll cut her out and put her into the background, okay? The background that I showed you. I'll show it again. This background here, okay? And I will connect on this video how we did the background, okay? All right, you guys, that is it for this one. I've got a lot of cool stuff planned, you guys. I'm rusting, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm rusting some fabrics. I'm doing some fabric dyeing with rusty metal. It's really cool. So these are things we're going to make and we're going to use in our art/junk journal for the cover. We're going to use some of this stuff in on some of the pages of the art/junk journal. So just a lot of fun, different stuff is coming up, okay? All right, you guys, that is it for this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, any comments or questions, leave below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll talk to you guys next video. Bye!